We'll do this in time again with some different leaders here, but just a bit of a rough take, even from my archives. Just some thoughts that are going on in my head. Some of this stuff is obsolete due to COVID right now, but there are some of the things that Harvest Ministries International, Kelowna Harvest, Battle for Canada, some things going on in my head, and maybe help some of our leaders understand just a little bit of what's on my heart, what I need help with, the team that's needed. All right, so let me start with the local. The local is, for me, if I say local, it's Kelowna Harvest Fellowship. So we are still connecting in various ways, even during COVID right now, through Rick Turner, different videos that are going on, so on and so forth. All right, something that this is on my heart, obviously, big time, and we want to grow. We want to reach the city. Fivefold ministry development. This is why Ken Gill was just here. This is why we have Alain Caron coming in time after the COVID. We're taking our time. We're figuring out who's who, and seeing the needs and figuring out who has certain giftings. You don't put someone in for a gift mix when they don't have that gift mix, even though there's a hole, right? So that's on my heart, and this is newer for me as well. The local pastors, Rick and Nancy Turner, are mainly they're really they're the ones who are more of the pastoral care, figuring out who's who in the church and so on and so forth like that. It's obviously a gift. To be a pastor is one of the gifts, and that's who Rick and Nancy are. And also Nancy looks after kids' church at this point. It involves our Saturday night services, maybe eventually running to Sundays as well, and/or. In my heart is home groups. We have one going right now that's very successful. In time, we need more. I believe one of the mandates for the Harvest Ministries International, as far as Kelowna Harvest Fellowship goes, is home groups. We're involved in dinners, various types of outreaches. These are also ministry opportunities for those, like with Gwen Mercer. She decided, why don't we do a dinner at Valentine's, Christmas, picnics, campouts. It's on my heart. I love that stuff. I organized one, when was that? Last September, went to Cherry Creek. Counseling, Larcy, a couple different ones do have that gift, and they do that. Training for reigning, we did that last year. This year, we just did Ken Gill, as far as kind of different ministers coming in and bringing forward gold out of us and understanding. Prayer meetings on my heart. Zoom, that's what we do every day at noon. Of course, we need media and a website, and we do have that. All right, so, and again, ongoing. This is new, Zoom, but it's wonderful. Anyway, regional, provincial, Kelowna Unity events with whether it's New Life in time, and in the future. Want to see additional unity built. This is on my heart. This is it's happened 3 times in 3 different places in BC. The BC One Heart. I'm involved. We want to bring BC One Heart here at some point, have the province descend here, and it's kind of like almost like Watchman gatherings with kind of new recruitments. The HMI Harvest Ministries International Network, relational building. That's we want to identify needs in the province, strengthen churches, plant churches. All right. Bill Olson, who is a Harvest Ministry International Director. This is kind of his, in his portfolio, to build relationship, identify, connect in with Zoom, email, and eventually do events throughout the province, and including here in Kelowna, which bring churches that are connected in with us, Burns Lake, Smithers, Kitimat, Prince George, Fort St. John, so on and so forth, into different places of the province, He's the overseer of it. And David Lowe is the rep for the North on this as well. And he is busy starting to build a relationship with it there. He's been there in PG for a long time, so he knows. And there are people who want to relate with HMI. So, which is involved with, of course, church strengthening. That could be, more within Kelowna as well, but definitely within the province. Festivals, like to do a yearly festival. We've done one for the last number of years as far as through Harvest Ministries International. 2 in Stony Plain. Don't know if we'll get one done this year. Media and website, it's all through the harvest.ca at this time, and we need to work on that. And of course, Zoom calls is one of the ways you network and build relations. The national scene is definitely, first and foremost, is the Battle for Canada. We've done 4 events. Our 5th one will be Winnipeg. It does look like Winnipeg will be delayed for probably a couple months due to not being even allowed to travel till June 30th, which was when Battle for Canada was supposed to start. The Battle for Canada firewall, it's the Canadian firewall. We are actually partnering with the Cry Movement, Art and Faitine, partnering together to build 2 virtual live 24/7 prayer rooms that will be coming online. At least the firewall for sure will be. This is something on my heart, and stay tuned for more details, but it will be coming online Canada Day 1/53/2020, which is in 11 weeks from now, July 1st. This is when Battle for Canada Winnipeg was supposed to happen. So what we've done is we're putting more our energy and effort into building a 24/7 virtual room firewall with various leaders right across the nation. Schools of the Spirit and training, which include the School of the Prophets, what we did in New Life. We want to do that nationally and regionally, training up prophetic intercessors, prophets, 5-fold ministry training throughout the nation. All right, Run to the Battles are one-night events throughout the province, mainly in a region around the future Battle for Canada. The Battle for Canada Winnipeg hasn't happened yet, so what needs to happen is Run to the Battles within, say, a 500-kilometer range around Winnipeg to go to different churches, ministry bases, and have one night Run to the Battles. That's what those are. And I've done 35 of them in the last year and a half. Revival Reformation Alliance is exactly that. It's an alliance in the nation to bring ministries, hearts together. It's a coalition of ministries, ministers, intercessors, saints to partner together to bring unity that demands the commanded blessing of God, to work together, no different than Faitine and myself are now doing with the firewall. Festivals nationally, possibly in time. It's on my heart. We have not done them nationally per se outside of BC and Alberta, but I guess Alberta can be considered national. Website media development. We have the Battle for Canada website that we are still building, using, developing. Firewall partners is something on my heart. Obviously, we want to fund the firewall, and this is by bringing in partners together at a very low monthly rate to see that the firewall is staffed, that the fire is lit and never goes out. We have harvest partners that fund HMI network and helps staff our national events. These partners pay half of our bills overall monthly of what we need to do. And then of course, nationally, which could also be the local, we help facilitate 5 homes being funded in the world dealing with orphans. Our ministry takes monthly credit card donations into our account, and we give it monthly out to different homes based upon their requirements are fulfilled. So this used to be a Hero Canada. Be a Hero Canada is now shut down. Harvest Ministries International has actually taken the lead of that. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about what's on in my head, on my heart, and yeah, so lots of room for all of us in the future.